Mr. President, there are pivotal times in our nation's history when what we do in this chamber really matters. How we vote may well determine whether people live or whether they die, whether men and women live under the dictates of an authoritarian regime or as free people in a democratic nation, whether terrorists continue to commit atrocities, kidnap children, kill our troops, or are defeated. Mr. President, this is such a moment. This week, General Kurilla, the commander of U.S. Central Command, told me that this is the most dangerous security situation in 50 years. 50 years. The defense supplemental bill before us would strengthen our own military. It would send a strong message to Putin that his goal of capturing free, democratic nations will not be allowed to succeed. It would reassure our closest ally in the Middle East, Israel, that terrorists will not achieve their goal of wiping that nation off the face of the map. It would counter Chinese aggression. And, Mr. President, it would rebuild our own defense industrial base. Mr. President, I urge our colleagues to recognize the perilous times that we are living in and vote for this national security bill. It is critical. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Senator from Washington.
Mr. President, it should never have taken us this long to move forward on this aid that so many of us are saying is necessary. But I am so glad that we are finally here making progress on this crucial package. We have more work ahead to get this passed in the Senate and House and ultimately signed into law, and we frankly do not have a minute to waste. So I hope this vote is the start of moving this package now in earnest, because this is serious. As the senior senator from Maine just outlined, our allies are at war. Civilians are in harm's way. Dictators are watching closely to see what we are going to do about it. So really, the stakes could not be higher. How we answer this moment will define America's future on the global stage and could well redefine the balance of power in the world. So I hope today is truly a breakthrough for bipartisanship, that cooler heads will prevail from here on out, and that we can move this forward in a reasonable bipartisan way. We will be doing everything in our power to move that forward. I stand ready to work with my vice chair, senior senator from Maine, on any amendments that senators want to bring forward. And as the leader just said to everyone, we will stay here until this is done. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the floor.